So today I'm going to talk about why I think trading SPY every single day, and that's the only product that you trade, is a really hard trading strategy. Now, I think that this applies to all traders, but more specifically, especially people who are new in the space, so beginner traders. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean that there aren't people out there who can do that. I'm just going based off the many years of experience I have talking to plenty traders and also listening to some other people online that when that's the only thing that you trade, and especially SPY options, it's incredibly difficult. And I know that I'm cherry picking a little bit, but here's a good example. Look at today. It's June 5th, Monday. Look at this price action. This is a 1-minute chart just to get an idea of what's really going on. This is really hard. I don't care what anybody tells you. There are no easy setups here, and this is going to chop a lot of traders up. And yes, I know that there are some days where the market really opens up either to the upside or the downside, and there are clean setups. But I feel like for every day that's kind of easy, where the setups actually work and there's real follow through, there can be a couple days, if not more, of chop and a lot of fake outs. And I do get that there's a difference between breakouts, breakdowns, and then trading supply and demand. But the thing that I've noticed with SPY is that it's very hard to tell when those days are going to happen and which kind of strategies to apply. So you're going to have those times where you're trading supply and demand and it works great. And then you have a day or two where that does not work at all. And then the moment you feel like you're kind of adjusting to what's going on, and then, okay, let's go back to trading breakouts or breakdowns, that's when that doesn't work. So I know that that can apply to all other stocks, but I feel like when it comes to SPY specifically, it's just that much more difficult to understand and maneuver day in and day out. Like I mentioned before, I know there are people that can do this and they trade it well, and good for them, but I feel like they're usually very experienced traders. Somebody who's new to the market, just coming in, and they're trying to trade SPY every single day, I feel like the success rate at being able to do that well is just incredibly low, on top of the already really high failure rate in the trading space. And I know that the market has been sideways for a little bit, so that's not going to help when it comes to the trading. That's why personally, I like to focus on individual stocks, because if the market's going sideways, not every single day, but there's usually some sort of individual stock that has news. And if there's a catalyst involved, a lot of times that means increased volatility, increased volume, and the patterns on that specific stock can work a little bit better. So that's why I like to watch SPY for overall market direction, but I don't really like trading it. I have tried and it just does not work well for me. And here's a really good example. Look at this daily chart. I mean, occasionally, yes, there's going to be some pretty big days, whether it's to the downside or to the upside. And then when it opens up, that's when things are clean, very clean bear flags, bull flags, pullbacks off resistance, bounces off support. Whatever the strategy is, that's when it works well. But then just look at this example after. There are a lot of days where once you get that big day that opens up to the upside or the downside, it can go sideways for a long period of time. And just when you thought the market gets going in one direction and you kind of adapt the strategy towards that, I feel like it immediately changes the next day and maybe even a handful of days after. So yes, for somebody who trades SPY and is a seasoned veteran and a pro, maybe they can get a feel for it and have an understanding, and then they can stop out of stuff very quickly, keep those losses small, and then be able to apply the strategy that's working that day just based off price action. But that is not easy to do. That takes many years of trading every single day, getting a feel for how the market works, understanding price action, knowing what works best for yourself, and being very disciplined. But 99.9% of traders are not going to fit into that category. So if they're not going to be that disciplined or have that much experience, especially beginners, when they go try to trade this product, which is very difficult and super manipulated, I believe that they're going to have really bad results and that they're probably going to end up quitting trading pretty soon, simply just because they focused on the wrong thing. So if you're able to trade SPY every single day and you are profitable and you're seeing positive results, then by all means, stick to it. Keep doing you. The stock market and trading is all about figuring out what works best for yourself. It's a very personal journey and a long period of time of trial and error. But if you've gone down the road of trying to trade SPY every single day because you have a small account or because the options are cheap, and a lot of people make it seem like they're doing really well, and you are just not having positive results and you've been doing it for a while, it's probably time to listen to that. Consider doing other things, trading different stocks, or maybe focusing on stocks that have a catalyst and are in play, which is not going to happen every single day. But when it happens, it's usually very good to trade. That's what I really like to do. And even if that means trading SPY on those market days where things are really flying to the upside, major breaks in support, major breaks in resistance, really waiting for things to set up a very specific way. And then that's when you decide to trade SPY, and then maybe having in your back pocket, focusing on those other names. So it's a nice, healthy combination of both rather than just trading SPY every single day and that's it, and missing out on a lot of opportunities that the market can present. But regardless of what I say, the most important thing is to focus on what's working for you and block out all the noise. This is my opinion on the idea of trading SPY every single day, and I thought I would share it with everybody. Appreciate everybody watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm interested in seeing what everybody's opinion is on this.